It's the start of a new year. Every company's got big sales goals they want to achieve quickly. The biggest challenge every company faces is getting their people to change their behavior. Companies invest in sales training, they get lots of expert advice, but all too often, performance doesn't change. And sales training fails for a few reasons. There may be a lack of top-down buy-in from senior leaders, which is kind of a lack of commitment to stick with it and see the change through. So salespeople think, oh, this initiative's just another flavor of the month, and they do nothing and wait it out. And the other thing is information alone does not change behavior. Companies share sales processes, tools, skills, and salespeople um, just don't do the necessary work to bed the skills in. So what do sales leaders do then? More sales training? Replace the underperformers? Wait for the next great sales management book to come out? Hope that works? No. What companies do is turn to motivation, positive motivation, the carrot, or negative motivation, the stick. The carrot, increased commission, contests, spiffs if you do this behavior, if you sell this product. And the stick, of course, is micromanaging the salespeople or putting them on a pip. Motivation works, it gets short-term results, but once the carrot or stick are removed, performance goes back to where it was. The real problem in achieving lasting behavior change is that it takes time. And companies don't feel like they have the time they need to get it done. So they push their sales teams. And it's really using motivation only is like pushing rope up a hill, right? It's really hard to do. BJ Fogg of Stanford, of the Stanford Behavior Design Lab, and author of Tiny Habits, tells us behavior happens when three things come together: motivation, ability, and prompt. But motivation should be the last thing you work on. Companies should work on the prompt and ability. And I would focus on ability. If it's new skills you need to teach, then it's ability. Here's the thing: you must start small. Real behavior change happens in small increments. Here's the problem. When people set goals, they always start with the end in mind, which is probably great advice from Stephen Covey. But in this case, when it's about ability, starting with the end in mind doesn't help. I'm going to make 50 cold calls. A salesperson might decree that. But if the salesperson's making zero cold calls, if they're just waiting for the phone to ring or they're waiting for another referral and they're doing no cold calls, a goal of 50 is crazy. They're going to be highly motivated for a few weeks, and then they're going to find out this is really hard to do, and they're going to give up, and they're going to be disgusted with themselves and think they're losers. They're not losers, but they tried to change in the wrong way. That's a massive problem. Whatever your goal is, you must become the kind of person who does that thing before you ramp it up. In the example of a salesperson who's not making cold calls and you want them to make 50 a day, help them become the kind of person who makes one cold call a day, 5 cold calls a day, whatever you've got. If they're doing 6 now, get them to do 7 consistently before you try to ramp to 8, 9, and 10. They must become the kind of person who does that behavior before they ramp up. Otherwise, you're going to be stuck with motivation, and that is hard work as a manager. So become the kind of person who does that behavior first before you can do more. To get your sales team to change, follow these steps. Meet them where they're at. If they're making 5 cold calls, set a goal for 6. Stick with it until they're consistently doing 6. You are now better off than you were. And their confidence grows. And start tiny. Break down the end goal into small manageable actions. Be consistent. Take small actions every day before aiming for larger targets. That is the way for lasting behavior change. Become the kind of person who does the behavior before you start ramping it up. Good luck. Let me know if you want any help with this, if you want a phone call, if you want any other ideas on this, on how you really get people to change, because it's at the key of what every company needs. Good luck.